right, we are on our very last chapter of this book. This is chapter 11. It is called Bo and Billy. Captain Svensson had a rough time guiding Red Betsy through the storm, but eventually the worst was behind them, and within an hour they were in calmer seas. The captain was in a black mood, and his hip and foot hurt when he had fallen. He glared at Billy. "Mr. Bates, we'll be heading for port. The winch will need attending to, and that cat of yours, it has to go." Billy experienced a sinking feeling in his stomach. "Captain, I can't tell you how sorry I am for what happened. I had Bo locked up. With all respect, sir. And I'm sorry you hurt yourself, but if she hadn't caught my attention, I would have been knocked overboard for sure. In a way, she has saved my life." "Well, she nearly killed me," replied the captain testily. "I'm disappointed in you, Billy. You pick up a stray and allow yourself to get all sentimental about it. We'd be Noah's Ark if I allowed all the lads to bring an animal on board." "This was an exception, sir. I certainly didn't intend that Bo stay with us." "Well, she's bad luck. I want her out of the way." Billy looked miserable. "I can't do that, sir." "You can't or you won't." Billy swallowed, then looked directly at Captain Svensson and said, "I can't and I won't, sir." "Very well. There's not room for all of us. I suggest you leave the moment we get to port. You're fired, Mr. Bates. Take your precious cat and find a job elsewhere. That's final." Billy went below. It was indeed a miserable day. Bo was delighted to see him. She crawled into his lap, and he examined her to make sure that there were no bones broken. "Are you okay, little one?" Billy asked, as he stroked her gently. "I'm sorry I had to be so rough with you earlier, but it was all I could do." He held her up and gazed into her face. "What have you done to me, gorgeous? I've never stood up for anyone as I did for you today. And now I'm out of a job, and we're both in a pickle. What do we do?" Bo licked his nose, and all of a sudden Billy felt better and began to chuckle. "You know what, Bo? You could be the best thing that ever happened to me. Who wants to be stuck on a herring boat all his life? There's no future in it, and besides, old Svensson has been bothering me for too long." He got up and began picking things off the floor. "What we're going to do is to start having some fun, Bo. That's what life should be about." Bo thought Billy sounded just like Papa. He pulled out a big duffel bag and began stuffing his belongings into it. "We'll go off and see the world," he continued. "It's what I've always wanted to do. We'll see it together, Bo. I don't care what the captain thinks. I know you saved my life today. You're my lucky mascot, that's for sure. We're a team, little cat, and tomorrow we'll see what adventures we can find." Bo watched Billy and thought it all sounded grand. She felt so happy she began to purr. She wished she could tell Mama that she had been right. There was a glorious feeling belonging to someone kind and loving. By some miracle, she had found that someone. As far as Bo was concerned, she'd be content for Billy to do anything or go anywhere he wanted, just as long as she could be by his side. And that is the end of our story, Little Bo.